Hey guys, I'm Redemption Jump, and today I'll be doing my top 5 things I would like to see in the Nintendo Direct. Now, as of a few hours ago, of when this video will be released, Nintendo announced that they're going to be making or releasing a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, which is kind of. I don't know how to explain this because we have the Nintendo Direct for next week for the Switch 2, and this Direct is for the original Switch. So it's probably just going to be some last few games that are going to be released for the original Switch. And I've got to say, this is kind of a power move from Nintendo because I don't think any other gaming company has done this when it comes to releasing games or announcements for a new console and releasing something for the previous console. And yeah, I don't know any other, because you don't hear Xbox or PlayStation doing that, and this is probably the most power move of all power moves to come from the gaming sphere, and that's really cool. And in this video, I'm just going to be talking about some possibilities of some of the games that could be released or announced for the original Switch. So, yeah. So, for number 5 is the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD ports. Now, this is probably, I think, one of, if not the most requested games to be released onto the Switch, and maybe the Switch 2 as well. But a lot of people, if you ask them, if they have Switch and if they're Zelda fans, which games or which Zelda games or whatever would they like to see be on the Switch? And a lot of ones will probably be both the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD. Now, I said this before. I think I might be misremembering myself, but I think I remember saying in the previous video saying that I would like to see either one of them or both of them on the Switch, and maybe the Switch 2, maybe in a collection similar to the Mario 3D All Stars collection that we got a few years ago. And if not that, they could be releasing separately. So we could be getting the Wind Waker in 1 month, and then Twilight Princess in another month, maybe. Or they could be releasing on the same day, and then people could go out and buy one copy and then get the other one. So, yeah. And so I could kind of see that being the thing. But if we don't get to see that, or either of the games for the original Switch, there's a huge possibility that they could be, that Nintendo could be saving those games for the Switch 2 maybe. So yeah. For number 4 is Nintendo libraries, or more of them. And I think this is similar to what I said in my previous point, but there is a possibility that Nintendo could release a few more online libraries for the Switch. I'm probably getting, if they do that, they're probably going to release the DS or a DS online library. And I'm guessing if they're going to make one for the Switch 2, they're probably going to do all of the ones that's on the original Switch. So the 64 one, the Game Boy one, the Game Boy Advance one. They're going to do all of that plus a new one, maybe the Wii or Wii U online libraries. But if they do any of like the Wii versions, they're probably going to be doing the Wii online library. And yeah, I would like to see some, like maybe one or two more online libraries. And I'm guessing they're probably going to be doing not Nintendo. They are Nintendo. They are probably going to be doing DS library maybe, and I would like to see DS ones maybe. But I don't know if they are going to be doing any more online library ones. But if they do, I would probably like to see the DS one maybe. So yeah. For number 3 is remaking old games. Now, for this point, I'm mainly going from the perspective of getting a game like A Link to the Past or Super Mario for the DS and just remaking them in the current gen style, or in the style that's polishing them a bit. So, for example, if A Link to the Past was remade, Nintendo could remake it in the same way as the Link's Awakening remake, as well as Echoes of Wisdom. And if they were doing the Mario for the DS remake, or they were doing something like that, they could do it in the Super Mario Wonder style. And yeah, I would like to see like how old games are remade in some of the current Nintendo game styles, because if you look at the new Super Mario Bros. For the DS, that game was really fun, and I think it helped bring new players like myself into the Mario sphere, I would say, of like in terms of the platforming, that sort of stuff. So getting that game and then just making it into the Mario Wonder style could do similar things to newer fans today that game did for me when Mario Bros. For the DS was released. So yeah, maybe we could see games like that getting remakes. So yeah. For number 2 is special Joy-Cons. Now we have had some Joy-Cons get sort of like different makes of them. So like you've got the standard ones, you've got like the color ones, you've got the grey ones, and yeah, and there have been a few special versions of the Joy-Cons. The two that I can think of from the top of my head are the Skyward Sword ones, where one has the design of the Master Sword, the other one having the Hylian Shield, and the other one is the Tears of the Kingdom one for the OLED system. And yeah, out of the top of my head, those are the two versions of Joy-Cons that I can think of that have some sort of design on it. I think there's more. I'm not 100% sure, but I would like to see, like, as a sort of like final thing or accessory to the Joy-Cons or to the Switch, could be two Joy-Cons. One being, I think, 2017, because I think that was the year the Switch was released, and then the final one, 2025, which is when the Switch 2 releases, and then there'll be the final year of the original Switch's lifetime. And yeah, that could be interesting, and it could be like, one could be purple, one could be blue or yellow or red or grey or whatever. And yeah, it would be really cool to see like just like a sort of small celebration to like part of what made the Switch successful, that being the Joy-Cons. And yeah, that'd be really cool to see. So yeah. And for number 1 is Super Mario Odyssey 2. Now, there's a high chance that Nintendo will probably be saving some sort of 3D Mario game for the Switch 2, but I would like to see something for Mario Odyssey 2 maybe for the Switch. And yeah, and it could be one of those things similar to games like Twilight Princess or Breath of the Wild, in that they were released on 2 consoles. So for Twilight Princess, it was released on the GameCube and the Wii, and then with Breath of the Wild, it was released on the Wii U and the Switch. So we could be seeing something similar, like with Mario Odyssey 2. It could be a launch title for the Switch 2, but also one of the last games for the Switch. So yeah, and plus, seeing a new 3D Mario game would be really cool, which isn't a port of a game that was released for the Wii U, that being 3D World. And Bowser's Fury doesn't really count in that regard, because it was an add-on to a port. So yeah, so it would be really cool to see a new 3D Mario game, and possibly Mario Odyssey 2, which could be a launch for the Switch 2, as well as being one of the last games for the original Switch. So yeah, so that's been my top 5 games I'd like to see in tomorrow's Direct. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.